What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Zach. This is your daily check-in. How are you? Please be 100% honest. No matter what it is, be 100% honest about it, how you feel. And never say sorry for being real. Because when you say how you feel and then say sorry for how you feel, that's like saying sorry for being real. So never be sorry for how you feel. You know, that's like saying sorry for being real. So always be real. Yeah, there's going to be some people that don't like it. There's going to be some people that think, man, what is going on here? I don't like this. But then, there's going to be some people that see what you go through and they're going to understand. And when they understand, they're going to, not only are they going to understand, but they're going to ask you questions and try to figure out more of what you go through so they can help you through that. Trust me, there's those kind of good people out there. And let me say this, I am one of those good people, or one of those people. And it's on you to decide whether I'm a good, the good or not. But I'm one of those people that will, when you tell me what you go through, I'm going to ask you questions to be able to better understand your situation to help you get through it. That way if I ask you questions about what you go through, that's me trying to gain understanding of what you're saying so I can better think, okay, this is what this person's going through. This is how I can help them. And again, with me doing these daily check-ins, I try to be the one that says, look, no matter what you go through, I got you. And again, like I said, there's some things that some people go through that I don't really understand. And that's because I've never, that's a situation that I've never been through. But just because I haven't been through it doesn't mean that it's a situation that I don't want to understand. Because no matter what you go through, I want to understand what you go through. That way I can help you through that situation or situations. No matter what. Because I know what it's like. Again, I know what it's like to go through things. Trust me, I know exactly what it's like. And like I said, there's some people that know the old you. They know what they saw you at the time that you were breaking down and all the rough spots that you had. But look at you now, more confident. You're smiling more. Those same people that saw you break down, they knew, that's the version of you that they knew. They knew the old you, but they don't see the old you, or they don't see the new you. They knew the old you, but they don't see the new you. Because the new you is smiling more. The new you is more confident. I myself, again, yes, I've had many breakdowns over time, over again, 17, 18 years. I mean, it's probably more than that, but 17, 18 years that I can, remember, and even then, there's still people that will try to see you when you're down, but those people that see you when you're down, they'll pick you right back up. They'll try to help you right back up to where you're on the more positive side, I guess is the best way to say it. And that's how I am. I've been through hell, just as I've told you what I've been through. I said, people know the old you. They know the person that has been through hell, and those people that know the old you, they still think you're going through hell. And I'm not going to lie to you. It happens. We all go, even though you may not have the tears like you used to have, you still might be someone that goes through hell. But here's what a lot of people don't understand. You went through so much hell, that's what you're used to. That's the only thing that you know. You don't know the side of you don't know the good side. In other words, you don't know the side that's not hell. But yet, you're learning. You're trying to still learn. And I know it's easier said than done. But trust me, I see you. I see the person that you were, when I very first started here on YouTube. And this is all the subscribers I have right now. I see who you used to be versus the person that you are right now. And I see, I've saw a lot of people that used to break down and used to go through hell. A lot of times someone might go through more hell than others. And again, that's understandable. 100% completely understandable. Because you know what? I myself went through that. As much as many breakdowns and heartbreaks that I've had, again, that's all I've ever known. Because of the unfortunate of sitting in a wheelchair. Because of my balance. That's all my level 1 spina bifida effects. But when you look beyond someone's disability, what do you see? You see a person. A person that's just the same as someone that's standing. Yet, okay, they're sitting down, or they're on a walker, or they're on crutches, or a cane, or whatever the case may be. They're still a person. And that's the beauty that you need to focus on. Behind a person's disability is a person with a 100% different, but 100% true story about them. So keep being you. Keep smiling. And yes, again, I am trying to make this I'm not trying. I'm making this into a working, paying job. I'm still trying to reach all the requirements that YouTube wants you to make. The 1,000 subscribers, so many watch hours, or so many short reviews. And it's not, I'm still trying to reach that, but at the same time that I'm trying to reach my goals of those, I'm still trying to reach the goals of trying to help other people, because that's what I love doing. That's what I love doing. Because again, that's how I was raised. That's how I was born and I was raised. You know, you might have heard all the lows that I've been through. But just because you heard about my lows that I've been through, that's not who I am. That's what I've been through. That's not who I am. And you know what? I tell you the lows that I've been through, so you might get to understand my story a little more. You know, that's why I tell you what I was born with. You know, of why I was in. You know, of why I'm in a wheelchair. Things that I go through, so you understand my story a little bit more. Just for me telling you my story, just like I want to understand and hear your stories of what you go through and how you were raised, or things that you have trouble with, so I can look at you and say, look, you know what, this is what you've been through. Now I know your story. I can maybe give you some pointers of here's what you can do to improve on that situation. And you know what? There's no judgment on this platform, on YouTube, on this channel. There is no judgment whatsoever. What you're gonna go through, you're gonna get through, because I will help you through that situation. No matter how long it takes, I will do what I can to help you through that situation. And also, with that said, yes, I am trying to make this into a working, paying job. Because again, that's how I was born and raised. I love to help people. And that's why I keep doing this. Because I've saw so many people that I've had the chance to help over 3 years now. And I love it. I love being able to motivate, inspire, and try to take people that are at the bottom up to the top, that were, in other words, that are so down on themselves. But yet when I get the chance and I see a person down that's down on themselves, I like to pick them right back up to the top. Because that's the kind of person that I am. That's the kind of person that I like to be, and that I'm always going to be. And that's why I stay here with this YouTube channel, because I get the chance to work with people. In other words, I get to see everybody that, may have their low days and those situations that they go through, and where you are right now. Now, with that said, I love each and every one of you more than you know, because, and you're probably thinking again, you love us. How do you don't even know us? That's true. But if people can hate for no reason, and trust me, there's a lot of haters out there, and I can love for no reason. And whatever you go through, let me know. Again, let me know in the comments what you go through. If you go through something and you would like me to speak about it, let me know. And again, when you comment that situation, there will be no judgment. If that's something that you're scared of, it's fine. It's okay. It's okay. I got the light. There's always light on the other side of the tunnel. So whatever you go through, I got you. I've been there. But here's the thing. Even though I've been down that dark tunnel, I've been down those rough days. I am more than willing to stand here, or in my case, sit here with a light and go back to down that tunnel or down that dark path and grab everybody up and take them, bring them towards the light, and show you, look, this is what you've been through. But just because you went through hell doesn't mean you're always going to go through hell. I get it. It's scary. It's scary as hell sometimes. It's scary sometimes. I admit, when I went through, what was it, like 2 months of depression, that scared the hell out of me. That scared the hell out of me. I wasn't expecting that. And yeah, I called the person out on it. But that said, you only know someone's name, not their story. And we all have a 100% different, but 100% true story about us. Like I said, some people might not understand your story that you go, or things that you go through. And that's okay. That's 100% okay. But at the same time, it's okay to ask questions. Because that's exactly how you would learn that person's story of the things that they go through. And like I said, that's why I do this. Because I love to help people. When I tell you, like, what I was born with, which is, like I said, level 1 spina bifida, that affects my balance, or what I tell you, things that I've been through. I don't tell you that, to sound like a person that's down a lot. I tell you that, so you know my story. I try to teach you my story, I guess is the best way to say it. That way you know more about me. And that's what I try to tell you. Tell me your story. What have you been through? What's got you down? That way, when I know what's got you down, I can say, okay, this is your situation. This is what's got you down. This is how we're going to get up. And then I'm going to pick you right back up to the top. And that's the way it should be. When you're someone that's, you're up here, you're up at the top, and you see someone that's down here, think to yourself, you know what? I've been in that situation. I've been there. I wonder what's got that person so low. What's got that person so down? Ask that person that story. Ask them what they go through. And try to understand them. Again, there's questions that can be asked. But what questions? Again, that's on you to ask. That's one thing that I can't tell you is what questions to ask. Because there's a ton of questions that can be asked. Learn a person's story and what they go through to be able to pick that person right back up. Maybe that person, with the lows that person's been through, or that person's going through right now, is things that you've already been through. So with that said, A person might be down on themselves. And you yourself might have been in that same position. But now you're up. Okay? What did you do to pick yourself from here now to here? How did you overcome those fears? I'll tell you exactly how I overcome all that fears is, again, that's how I was born and raised, to help people. I know what it's like to go through hell. I know what it's like to to have those difficult situations. So that's why I choose this here with my YouTube channel to have a working paying job, because I love to help people. And again, there is no judgment whatsoever at all here on this channel. So anything that you go through, let me know, and I got you. And as I tell you at the end of every YouTube video, I appreciate each and every one of you for watching. I appreciate all subscribers, the comments, the shares, because by sharing the content that I post, who knows? You could be helping. You're helping more people than you know. Let me rephrase that. You're helping a lot more people than you know, because just that one little bit of motivation, that one little bit of inspiration, could see someone that's right here, and that person that's right here could be right here. So just by you sharing your story, you could be a lot of people that that are right here. But by you sharing your story, you could bring a person that's right here to right here. Meaning, they're not in a good situation. Now they're in an even better situation. So always be you. Always keep that in mind. By you sharing your story, you could boost someone big time that's in a good situation to an even better situation. With that said, I love y'all. I also thank you again to each and every one of you for all the comments, the love, the support, the shares, the subscribers. Because we are now at 647 subscribers. I'm in shock still. So again, thank you all. Much love. Keep being you. Keep smiling. And let's get it.